Good morning, friends. And today we are going to learn a cooking tip Ayurvedically. The best way to learn cooking in Ayurveda is to learn conceptually. So today's concept is to preserve prana. So especially when we are cooking vegetables. As we all know, the vegetables have the highest prana, that is the life force energy, when they are on the tree or the plant itself. The moment we pluck them, they start losing this life force in them, which we call prana, right? So that's the reason why we say we need eat vegetables, because for the human body to, for any animal body, to sustain, we need this continuously, the life force energy that we get from different sources. And one of the sources is the vegetables. And these vegetables get their energy from sun, and through photosynthesis, they, they retain this life force energy. But once we plug them, they start losing this prana. So the important point is, the first step to preserve prana while cooking is to use fresh vegetables. Okay, so in today's recipe, I'm going to show steamed and sauteed vegetables. And so the first step is to choose fresh veggies, as we discussed. In this example, I've chosen what is locally available in London, as we live in London, and that are suitable for steaming and sauteing. And then the next step, what I've done is I've peeled and cut only as needed. For example, in this case, the cherry tomatoes and baby spinach doesn't need cutting. So I've not cut them. I've only, and then also and I've peeled carrots and kajay, and then I've cut into medium-sized slices. I did not cut into too small pieces. The more cutting and you do too small, then the prana is less. So because the concept is to preserve prana here, so minimized cutting as needed. Then the next step is to steam cook. Why not boil, right? Some veggies like root veggies will need boiling, like sweet potatoes and arbi, an Indian root veggie, which is very good. They will need boiling, but what you can avoid boiling. For example, these veggies do not need boiling. You just steam cook them. That way you can preserve prana. When you are boiling, it starts evaporating and then it starts losing prana through the steam, through when it's boiling, and then you should not throw that water also. So the best thing is to do is to just steam cook. So what I've done is I took a dish, and then boiled water in that, brought water to boil, then put a colander, and then put this fresh veggies there, put a lid on it, and let it steam cook for 3-4 minutes. After that, I've taken in a pan and I sauteed in oil. Now the question is, why oil? Why not just eat those steamed vegetables as it is? Oil is needed for each body type. Okay, so oil plays a very big role in Ayurveda. Without oil, there is no Ayurveda. Not having oil at all is not at all a good idea. Sometimes we do get oil directly from grains and pulses and all that, and some spices, but that is not enough. And it's always better to add a little bit of oil to your veggies, to your food in general, depending on your body type. For example, those who have excess pitta dosha in their body, like those who have a tendency of high BP, migraines, psoriasis, any itis type dermatitis and all that, they can use olive oil or cow ghee. And those who have a tendency for kapha, who tends to put on weight and all that, they can use mustard oil. And some people who have a tendency of vata, those whose body usually goes dry, they can use sesame seed oil. So depending on the body type, you use oil. When in doubt, just use a little bit of olive oil or cow ghee, and then saute it. At this time, you can add turmeric and ginger. Turmeric is anti-inflammatory, antiviral, antibacterial, and all that. So this is when you will add turmeric. You would not add turmeric raw at the end. Turmeric needs to be cooked with the vegetables. So this is when you would add turmeric. And the same thing with the ginger. Ginger has to be sauteed, fresh ginger, make them into thin slices. And ginger removes toxins from the body, helps in, and it has other properties, but not too much for those pitta body types. So add it in moderation. Then next step is just to serve. That's it. You are done. You have steamed them, and then you have sauteed them in the suitable oil, and then you are ready to serve. While serving, optionally, you can add rock salt, lemon, and black pepper. Black pepper is heating, by the way. all these green pepper, red pepper, like green chilies, red chilies, and black pepper, they're heating. So you can actually avoid it if you are a pitta body type, but if you're a kapha or vata or body type, then you can have black pepper. Otherwise, everyone can have a little bit of lemon and rock salt. Okay, because as per Ayurveda, we should have all 6 days in enough food. You can serve this as snack. If you're just going to have it as like vegetables, then just serve this as a snack. But if you want to have it as a meal, like breakfast or lunch or dinner, you should serve with carbs and proteins. Without grains, Ayurveda doesn't call it meal. So you need to add some grains and some protein to it. So here I have shown the example of animal protein like scrambled eggs and carbs like toast, or you can have other things like rice or any other dal type of proteins. Okay, so this is how you will preserve prana by minimum processing, but at the same time tasty and easy to digest. So let me know how it goes after you try this recipe, and please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel so that in the future I can give more such tips on how to cook Ayurvedically for different body types.